Are these the best side steps for the Jeep Gladiator? Well, good morning, and how are you today? Pretty good here, and welcome back to the channel. So, are these the best side steps for the Jeep Gladiator? You know, I thought we'd take a look. I'll let you guys know what I think. I've got two other vehicles here. Of course, the Tacoma with the side steps that came on it. And then in the garage here, we have the Wrangler and the steps that came on it. So let's start with the Wrangler, I guess. This is a 2018 Jeep Wrangler JL, and my wife had wanted Mopar side steps. These are just the flat running boards, I guess you'd really call them. Now, for me, not really the most stylish looking thing you can put on. I think they look kind of old-fashioned, to be honest. But how are they functionally? You know, that's what's really most important, right? I mean, they do have to look good, but they have to work. So let's take a look. You can see when you go to get in, there is room to put your foot there, but you pretty much have to have it, you know, sideways like that. Or you can do the old toe number. But the problem with that, I find, is when you go to do that, you hit the paint. I think it's just natural. People go to get in, they're not being careful, right? They're going to hit the paint. Now, you can use them to step up and get in, of course. No big deal there. So they do work, but they just don't give you a ton of space to put your foot on. So I'm not a big fan of them for that reason. Let's go out here, take a look at the Toyota Tacoma. And what I have here, these are Predator side steps. Typically they come on in almost every Tacoma, I guess, that comes with side steps. They look good. I think they're probably the best looking side step out there. But how are they, once again, functionally? Well, when you go to get in, again, you can put your foot on there, and you have a little more room because your toe actually goes underneath. You know, you don't really have to worry about that too much, and when it is underneath, if you guys can see here, it does actually contact the step itself. So you're not up against the paint or anything on these. And I think a benefit of having them hang down lower like these do, well, they're not so conducive for off-roading, of course, but it does keep your foot away from the paint. You know, you're not up here. I don't know why you'd ever be up here contacting the sill or the paint when you're trying to hit the step. So that's a good thing. As far as functionally, again, they're not too big, so you do kind of have to pay attention to how you have your foot on there. It's not really a seamless procedure, I guess. But they do work, and there is plenty of room, I suppose, to get your foot on there. But still, in my opinion, not the best. Now, the ones that I think are the best are what we've got back here on the Jeep Gladiator. These are actually N-FABs, and while I'm not certain that I think they look quite as good as what they do on the Tacoma here, they do look pretty good anyway, especially on the Jeep Gladiator. Now you notice they have a pretty good size pan here, I'll call it, or surface to put your foot in, and it is down away from the sills. So let's open this up. Pretty easy to hit these, and what I like, again, they're away from the sills. If I go to put my foot up here, man, I'd really have to be extending to get my foot up here into the sill, you know, if I'm trying to get in. And I would think the same way for anybody else trying to get in the truck. They're nice and wide so that, you know, without having to put too much effort into it, my foot is able to, you know, be mostly on the step part there itself. They do have these little holes, that's for traction, of course, and that works really, really well. As far as stepping up in here, well, you just grab the grab handle, put your foot on, and step up. Keeps your foot fully away from the sill plate there, as I mentioned, so that you don't have any scraping or scratches or paint chippage or anything crazy here on the sills, and that's pretty cool. So I think of the three, these are probably my preference, only because they are the most functional, and I do think they're good looking as well. Again, probably not quite as sporty looking as the Tacomas here, but still not too bad, and definitely better, I think, looking than my wife's. She's not going to like it when I tell her this. or when she sees the video. But then her Mopar version. I think these are just kind of old-fashioned looking and really don't do a whole lot for me. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to get on here, go over that a little bit. I get questions on the channel. People ask me occasionally, you know, what are your side steps? Are they functional? Do I like them? And I do. I like them a lot. I think they look probably the best for functionality that you can get for the Gladiator. And I wouldn't hesitate to buy them again. I will give you a little word of advice though. I got these from N-FAB, and when they came, they did have, and still do, a little bit of a dimple, if you will, or dent. I'm not even sure if I remember where it is now, in the actual tubing here. So beware when you get them, inspect them, make sure that they are suitable for you. This little dimple was not significant enough for me to worry about. But the biggest thing was this little cap here in the end. I'm sure that's on there well. Mine was actually, looked like it had been beaten in there with some kind of a mallet or something, and the metal here itself actually cut through the lip of this plastic, and the cap was somewhat pushed inside of the tube where it's supposed to fit up against, like you see right here. So beware of that. I will say I contacted N-FAB and told them of the problem, and the guy I was talking to told me that actually that happens a lot. It seems to be a common thing, and of course I always think, well gee, if it's a common thing, why haven't you done something to correct it? Why haven't you fixed it? But anyway, no problem. He sent me out a couple of replacements. You can see the one right there, but I will caution you that when I called to get the replacements, they didn't actually have any in stock. He said that it happens so frequently that they run out. But he did, and this is a big kudos to this particular guy, he did have a couple pulled from existing already manufactured side steps and sent those to me. And I could tell when I got them that they had been installed because the inner part of those that slip into the tube was a little bit distorted. Not a big deal, didn't affect the fit for me at all, and once you push it in, obviously you can't see what's inside the tube, but they did take care of the problem. It's just too bad that they don't fix their own manufacturing problem, and I'm guessing it's probably more of a labor issue. The guys are just in a hurry, of course, and beating those things in too far with their mallets. Anyway, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of these. Do you like the look on the Jeep Gladiator, or would you prefer something maybe a little more aggressive looking? Also, real quick, if you haven't before and you're interested, check out my other channel. It is Rob Motive, all about my 2020 Toyota Tacoma. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.